Hello again, Howard Baxton here. In this video we're going to talk about the sound plugin. Give you some good ideas how that works. Inside the package we've got the sound plugin, and we've got 3 different examples that Leona put together. Leona's German, and you'll notice that by the jukebox. There's an FX example, there's a simple sound example, this is probably the most versatile and the one you'd use most for builds and what have you. And then the jukebox, obviously, and it's got metadata. It'll actually print metadata in text for the sound you're playing, or for a song you're playing. You can actually put in a URL and grab the what do you call it, the album cover or what have you for the same thing. So it's very cool, and go ahead and take a look at those as well as examples, so you can get fancier than what we do here in our builds, and that's all cool too. So we have this instruction card number 12. It's props and sound. So we're going to, in this video, create a prop that actually plays the sound. We're going to res a prop which plays the sound for us, and in the end I'm going to let you guys figure out for homework how to make the pad play the sound rather than res a prop to do it. So the sound will come right out of the pad itself. So I'll let you guys do some homework on that one and see what you can come up with. Okay, here's our little introductory stuff, and it says nPose sound plugin is really amazing. No skips, no pauses between files, just awesome sound. And today we're going to figure out how to use a prop to play the sound like a speaker, similar to a Bluetooth speaker or what have you. I don't know why I put this in here, but this is pretty interesting. Anyway, SL says we cannot res a prop at a distance more than 10 meters from the res object. nPose doesn't care about that limit. nPose is set up to res within that limit and then move that prop to the final location after it's resed. So that extends that 10-meter limit we've got up to 1,000 meters, I think, is what we're allowed to do now. Linden Labs or whoever has decreased that limit quite a bit recently. I don't know exactly when that happened, but I used to be able to res a chair 4,000 feet in the air, but now thousands as far as I can get. So that limit's changed on us here in the last year or two. And it says here this little thing about resing the object and then moving it, which extends our limit distance. It reses it close to the pad and or close to the reser, and then moves it to the final. It says here you got to watch really closely to see that happen. And quick reminder for you before we begin about the plugin command. Plugin commands are very cool. They take the place of a link message that we used to use, and sets these link messages up so that they will work with the plugin command rather than the link message. I think we went through all that just a week or two ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. The plugin command, actually you get to make up a name for the link message and put in the link number that you want to use, or the arbitrary number that the link message would use. So we're going to go ahead and do that with the sound plugin. We'll actually put in 3 of them and go from there. And a reminder, the command name that you of your own design should not overwrite a reserved word, so be careful about reserved word overwriting. And with all that, let's get going. So let's res this thing out. I'm going to drag it. Uh-oh. What's the deal? It won't let me drag and drop it now. I wonder why. Okay, so I have to drag it to my inventory, and then I can drag it out and drop it. Strange, it was working just a few minutes ago. Res the pad that we used for the last prop resing. Edit the pad and open the init note card. You know, maybe I ought to change that. Get rid of that. And use this new one. I will. Res the pad above. The pad is just above. There we go, fixed it. And I'll save that. Edit the pad and open the init note card. Okay. Nothing special. We've got a default card command to use set:default as our default card, which is right there. And we have a seat init initializing 4 seats. Okay, so no big deal. That's cool. Add the following lines into the init note card. We have a plugin command for sound stop. So it's a plugin command we can use to stop the sound. Plugin command for sound, if maybe you have a single sound file that you want to play. It'll fit easily on one line, so you can do that. And a plugin command for sound note card. So in other words, if you've got a lot of sound files, because they're only 10 seconds long, so to play a song, you're going to have quite a few in the note card to play one after the other. We have the sound underscore NC plugin command to use. Okay, so let's copy all of these and put them in the init note card and save it. That's how we set up plugin commands. And now in step 2, save the following speaker prop to your inventory or res it directly from the card. See if it'll let me. Yeah, now it'll let me. Special permissions. This is what your speaker is going to look like. It's a big boom box. Edit the speaker. Since this is a prop, we will need the prop plugin inside its contents. So there's the script if you don't have it. Actually, I do. Prop plugin is right there. So I'll go ahead and drag that over and drop it. We also need to add the sound plugin into the speaker. And obviously we just saw that, so I have that one. We're in good shape. Since it's going to read a note card, we need to add the note card as well to the contents of the speaker. So, Silent Night, I'm going to have to drag that out and drop it. Now I have Silent Night in there. So let's just go ahead and add that. And it's telling us to have a look inside to see what's going on. Okay, there's two different options for playing a sound. One, you can list the UUID and away we go. That only works if that UUID, that sound file with that UUID is in someone's inventory, which it is. It's in mine. So we're using all UUIDs. If you would rather, what you can do, and it's probably best to do the other, is to open up, let's see, call them by name, and then the only way you can call them by name is if the sound files are in the contents, so that the plugin can find them. Then you can set permissions on the sound files themselves. So that's probably a more secure way than what I'm doing here, because everybody in the world knowing these UUIDs can copy them, put them in their own builds. So this one has quite a few segments, and the lengths are all 9.9. Typically I will use a 10-second segment and not worry about this 9.9. There was a myth back a long time ago that said that if you use 10.0 or a length of 10-second segments, you would run into trouble. Well, I tell you, I've been doing it for quite a few years, and I've never seen a problem with 10-second segments. So I typically always use 10-second segments now, not this 9.9 thing. At any rate, as we go through here, you see at the end of this note card, we've got this die command. So at the end of this note card, we want that speaker to die. And I haven't played it all the way through to see if that happens just yet, but the prop can't kill itself with a prop do command. So we have to send this back to the parent, which is what parent do says. We're going to send a command back to the parent to do a command, which is send a command to kill this prop, or all props basically. So that's what that's all about. And that's all built in and legal, and you can do pretty much what you want with a parent do. You can tell it to do another note card if you wanted to. Okay, enough of that. Got Silent Night in there. Everything's looking good. Add the speaker to your pad. So let's take that back to my inventory. And that's going to be here. And we need to add it to the pad. So let's just drag that over and drop it. We're here at step 3. Now all we need to do is create a note card to drive this thing. So let's create a note card and let's call it set : Silent Night. So let me copy that, and over here let's create a new note card, paste the name in there, and inside we need to res our speaker. So we have this prop line that goes inside. Next, we'll need to send the command to the speaker to start playing the song. So we have a prop do, we're going to send it to the speaker. We're going to use the sound _NC plugin command, and we're going to send this all thing and then the note card to read. what this asterisk is for is to tell the sound plugin which one of our prims here, or link prims here, are going to play the sound. In our speaker, it's only one prim, so that works. We're going to just do all. And then save close and add it to pad. Add it to the pad. So let's copy that. Paste it in. We should be set to go. Okay, with all that done, close it, add it to the pad. Now we should have a menu with Silent Night in it. And we can play Silent Night. Our speaker reses, there it is up top. And I'm pretty sure that you are hearing sound. It's kind of weird. I can't hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and assume you're hearing it, and probably have to redo if you can't. So there we go. We have Silent Night. Everything's hunky-dory and it's playing. Might have to wear earplugs because everybody's going to be playing Silent Night today, I can tell you. And for the homework, figure out how to make the pad be the speaker and res no props. Okay, I'm going to leave that up to you and we'll see how you do. We'll talk about how to do that later. Matter of fact, I can easily do that. Let's kill that speaker and stop the sound. Let's just go ahead and add a new note card. Call it set Silent Night, and we'll call it P for pad. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this one and open that one. What we're going to do, one, we don't need the prop, and two, we don't need the prop do. So all we need is this. So let's copy that and just paste it in here. Run the sound note guard, all the linked prims, and we're going to play that sound card, Silent Night. And we do have Silent Night in here, right? Yeah. No, we don't. Didn't put it in there? Darn. Okay. It's in there. We also need the sound plug-in in here. We don't have that. So, where's our sound plug-in? There it is. Add that. And we should be ready to go. Okay, now with using the speaker, basically all we gotta do is just remove the prop, so we can make the prop die. So I guess now I've got that saved, so I need to add that in. That should finish what we need. We've got the menu button to drive it. We've got Silent Night in here where the sound plugin can find it. And what was the third thing we need? That was it. The prop plugins in here. Or the sound plugins in here, sorry. So we're all good to go. Except I want to make a new note card and call it set stop sound. Okay, and in here, what are we going to need in it? We are going to need stop sound in it. So let's copy that and start with here. Stop sound. Which sound to stop? let's just tell it to stop all sounds. And that should be enough. Now that'll kill the sound here, but what if we wanted to also kill the sound in the prop plugin? We'd have to do a prop do speaker asterisk and we need to do this. Okay, so now this sound stop will stop all sounds. Doesn't matter which one is playing, it's going to stop it. So let's add that in here. Now let's touch and see what we have. We have our other Silent Night with the prop. We have Silent Night P, which is in the pad, and we have our stop sound. So let's try this out. We have Silent Night. It should be playing now, and I'm sure you can hear it, but I can't. So, and if I hit the stop sound, it should stop. So everything's good. Let's try it with the prop. Now the prop is there. I'm sure that you're probably hearing the sound now. So let's stop the sound, and you see that did not remove the prop. The prop is still there. The reason we removed it here is because that thing is set up to res as group 0, prop group 0. And whenever we change cards, that's when this one dies. So if we run the default card, it will die. That's about all I want to go into now. I'll let you guys on your own explore these other two examples of what you can do with the sound plug. It's really an awesome sound, awesome thing. One thing I do want to point out before I let you go here is down here in this is your wiki in the sound plugin, and you've got the link in the note card and what have you. It tells us that we have to use these 3 plugin commands, and it also talks about having all of these options that you can use within the syntax. Where's it actually saying it? At any rate, I personally haven't spent enough time to figure out how these things work. We know that Q works. I know that Q works because in the jukebox example, she queues up 3 different note cards to run in sequence, and she set the queue to 1, meaning it's going to wait for the previous one, or wait for its turn to come up in the queue actually, and then it will start playing. And so I know that one works for that, but I can't get the others to work yet. I haven't figured out how, so I'll spend some more time on those. Maybe we'll redo this video later again. Okay, well, I think that's going to conclude this one, and see you next time.